Hello and welcome to Subfacts. I'm your host, Matt. I'm here with my partner in crime, Mooney. What's up, Mooney?
What's going on, dude?
You know what's funny? We've done this for 4 years now, plus, and I totally almost flubbed my lines on that intro. It was just like, am I going to have to redo this? It's not that we haven't redone a show a few times.
We've done it once or twice.
Once or twice. I think our track record's actually pretty good. Could be worse.
Yeah, no. It's really good. I mean, we've only re-recorded 5 to 10 times total.
Yeah. And I do see a lot of people that they edit everything. You know, I start watching a lot of like YouTube stuff and you can see like the edits and all. We don't have edits because that's as good as
we do it live.
Exactly. It's as live can get, folks. But yeah, we have had to restart once or twice. But yeah, I agree. Out of 4 years, we're pretty good.
We're professionals. We're almost,
Yeah.
we're like professionals.
Well, how many podcast awards did we win? I mean, according to you,
I know Webbies. We should have won a lot, in my opinion. But anyway, so we got a jam-packed show, folks, tonight. We have some very, very, very important show news at the end of the show. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that.
what are you like within that movie? Very, 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 very.
Well, I got to tease it. I want people to go, well, wait a minute. I need to know.
Well,
and you know what? We without saying what it is, we'll have a way to know if you didn't stay till the very end of the show.
Oh, yes.
We 100% do. So you're going to want to stay till the end of the show, folks.
Stay till the end.
Yes. The rest of the show is great too, but you're definitely going to want to stay to the end. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, as they say, we have to give a special RIP to Burt Young, legendary Burt Young, I should say.
God, that was devastating.
I was crushed. You know, and he always looked like the picture of health, but yet for some reason, you know, I guess
he definitely did not look like the picture of health.
No, it's funny. He looked like
I thought he was going to go 20 years ago.
He looked in rough shape when he was like in his 20s. Like
if
you see when he was in Rocky, he wasn't that old.
Yeah, his mid 30s, late 30s.
And at that point, he's
83, right?
He's
83. Rocky came out in 76.
Yeah, you're the math guy.
So that's 50 years is 2026. So 47 years. 47 minus 83 is 36.
He was 36, and in that time, at 36, he already looked like my grandfather.
You know you're right. In the original Rocky,
he looked like he was gonna die any day now.
Yeah, like there's no. If you said after watching Rocky, this guy's gonna make it to 2023,
yeah,
I would have bet you whatever you want.
No chance. Not to mention, what I always loved about Burt Young was, even in like Back to School, he was the roughie, like he was the bodyguard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at no point would you look at his physique and go, that's a dude who's throwing down.
You I'll argue with you there. In that
he
movie,
looked crazy, but
no. You wouldn't want to fight him.
He looked like Artie Lang there.
Right, but you wouldn't want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? If I looked at him, I'm not fighting him. Right?
I feel like you could hit him once and he's going down. Like, I don't think.
I don't know. It looks like he's one of those scrappers.
I guess he definitely looks like a scrapper. But what I'm saying is,
if you fight him, you better be prepared to go a few rounds.
What I'm saying, when he was in his 30s, he looked old, but he also just the fact that's acting, right? Because from what Mike Kunda had said, he was like a sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah.
So like, he was probably the complete opposite of the way he always portrayed that like rough.
Well, he had that face, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have a kind face.
No, but like, it's just amazing. Like, what great guy though. Awesome. Like,
he was good too.
He was a dude that like, when I would see him in a movie, I'm like, yes. And even Paulie wasn't necessarily the greatest character, but Paulie was awesome. Who doesn't want to hang out? He did kind of screw up and make Rocky lose all his money.
He did do that.
So, you know, he had his faults.
Yeah.
He threw the turkey. He threw the turkey out in the street, you know, in the first movie. He had a little bit of a temper, a little hothead.
Hey.
But he was a dude that you'd want to hang out with. Like
I would easily hang out.
Like if I was a poker guy, Paulie would need to be with Burt Young.
100% you're inviting him over.
Yeah, Burt Young would be my first. Before you even, I would have Burt Young.
Wow.
At my poker table.
All right.
Because that's a guy that's got stories. Don't think he doesn't.
But he's really ugly, dude.
But if you told me that you would pick Burt Young over me at poker table, I wouldn't be offended. I'd be like, you know what?
I don't know. Sense. I mean, like, I think he'd be good at I think he would be good, and I think he would be have fun. But at the same time, like you never know. He could get angry.
You know, he shows up with just wearing like a wife beater.
Oh yeah,
and he makes the best Italian sandwiches. He's like, I got the gabagool, I got the blah blah blah, the prosciutto, and all that stuff.
6-pack of PBR or something.
Yeah, you know he's got it going. So. R.I.P. Burt Young.
R.I.P. buddy.
Legend Burt Young.
Legend.
Okay, so folks, last week, and unfortunately last week we had some technical difficulties, so I apologize for the YouTube coverage of it. I think we've got that fixed, but we really had a great time with our fantasy football draft of Stallone movies.
That was awesome.
So in the same vein, we decided, Halloween's coming. Halloween is fastly approaching.
It's almost here. It's practically here.
And so I've
been watching horror movies every night.
Yeah, like I love Halloween, horror movies, horror, anything. But at the end of the day, when you think of Halloween, you think of candy. And so
100%.
And so
we just I do.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing, I think part of the reason that
I can't even go to a grocery store right now because I walk down, like every aisle has candy in it. Every aisle.
Yeah. I think part of the reason,
like even the dog food aisle has like, oh, you forgot your candy for Halloween. I'm like,
I have been eating candy corn all week.
I don't buy candy until like a couple of days before.
The best. I love candy corn.
So I can't have it in the house.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, like, I think part of the reason of my fatness was because when I was a kid, I was always sick. Every year I got sick on Halloween. So I never got to go trick-or-treating, but maybe like once or twice in my whole time.
Really?
So my mom would just buy me whatever my favorite candy was. So it'd be like, you get one pack of, a big thing of Skittles or Twizzlers or whatever it was.
And you just the whole thing.
And then I'd watch horror movies while everybody else was trick-or-treating. But there's this longing for like that candy. So I'm not gonna lie, when my kid was like starting to do that stuff, he was an idiot too, because I was like, well, let's separate your candy, take what you want, and he would go right for like the dum-dums.
Who goes for the dum-dums?
And I'm like, dude, you gotta separate the chocolates first, son.
They always come out first.
I had to show him the ways, but for the first couple of years I let him think that the dum-dums were the gold. So I was like, you don't really like these Snickers, so I'll take them off your hands. And so he did eventually catch up, but for the first couple of years it was pretty solid.
You did a whole one for you, one for me, two
yeah, it was like, you got to give to the house.
1, 2 for me.
I did the whole, you got to give to the house. You don't understand how that works, but
it's dad tax.
Yeah.
Dad tax was
yeah, exactly. But Brian, did you ever take advantage of your
Absolutely.
kids' candy? And
the house gets a rake.
Yeah. The other thing too is I always hated the people who took their kids' candy and took it to work because they're like,
oh, I know, but
and I'm like, you're dumb.
But at work, I liked that because I would just go eat all the candy.
Well, it is cool, but like from your own stash,
no,
like for instance, my son didn't realize how much candy he actually got because I was like, he had discipline. I never had discipline, but he would go, he could literally take 2 pieces of candy each night and be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, not me. I'm like 2 of each kind and give me a little
bowl.
Me.
I can do about 2 or 3 pieces a night. And I'm good.
No, it's you have discipline. I just don't have it. But anyway, so Halloween candy, that's what I was thinking. And I think we were all thinking it community. No, it's collectively.
Yes. Collectively. There you go.
Collectively, we were all thinking about it. So we figured, why not do a fantasy football draft style pick of the best Halloween candies?
That would be awesome. I'm totally down.
And I will tell this right now. If anybody picks Boston baked beans, they're getting punched in the throat. Brian's not here.
How are we going to punch Brian in the throat?
I'll see him at some point, and I don't know when, I don't know where, but
whenever
I'll punch him in the throat.
I'll
be like, that's for Boston baked beans. No one should ever like those things.
I won't pick them. I won't even come close to mine.
Nothing pisses me off more than how why they always end up in the bottom of your bag, and it's like, who bought them? What a-hole bought those things?
I don't think I've ever gotten those.
And the company that makes them
I don't think any of my kids have ever gotten those. Like, I don't think I
Really?
ever got those.
Oh, you get the little thingy of
No.
them, and it's like, I'm like, what a-hole does this?
What a-hole.
I do like the same company. I think makes those lemon drops. I'm okay with those.
Lemon drops
I don't
are
eat
okay.
lemon drops either.
You don't like lemon drops?
No.
Oh, I'll eat those.
I don't like sugar babies. I don't like lemon
You
drops.
don't like sugar babies either?
No.
What about
Sugar babies won't touch
What about
my
a good
list.
milk dud?
I
Those are
love
good.
milk duds.
Well, sugar babies are just the milk duds without the chocolate cover.
I love chocolate.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway, folks, we'll figure
It's
this
pretty
out.
stupid to say. That's like saying anything. That's like saying, oh, broccoli's good. Well, broccoli's not good by itself. But if you cover it in like
Covered it in
cheese
chocolate.
or chocolate or whatever, I mean, yeah, it gets a lot better. Like apples, I can do without apples. Cover it with chocolate or caramel, whatever.
Caramel. Yeah, you make a valid point. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna argue with you on that, because really, covered in chocolate does make things like ants. I wouldn't eat ants, but if somebody was like, "Hey, here's an ant covered in chocolate. It's a delicacy somewhere," I'm like, "Okay,
I would try it. I would try it. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I
They
would
do
try
that
it.
in Asian countries. I've eaten grasshoppers, chocolate covered grasshoppers.
That's protein.
Yeah.
I think I would eat it.
I would eat it. I would try it. I would be a little bit. I would a little bit scared.
It's not
but
something I would
try it.
seek out and do, and I'd probably never eat it again. But I've eaten them.
Hey, you say you did it.
Yeah.
You say you did it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what chocolate covered disgusting thing I wouldn't actually eat.
Like balut, I wouldn't eat chocolate covered balut.
Good point. Okay, what about if some crazy
Sorry,
person
Filipino fans out there.
if some crazy person had chocolate covered pizza, would you try it?
No, I don't know.
I
It would
have to
ruin
thi-
the taste.
I would go
think.
crust first, but I think I would try it.
I don't know if chocolate would go with cheese.
I'd be willing to try. Probably doesn't, but
I do want to try the cheesesteak burrito thing with the pizza wrapped around.
That's making a comeback, because remember, we were talking about it a couple years ago, and now I've seen probably like 3 or 4 different videos of the pizza burrito.
You know what? It would be easier though, because I think with the pizza wrapped around
cheesesteak.
a cheesesteak's a little tough, but I think it wrapped around a cheesesteak egg roll, that would be awesome. Probably a little easier.
I'd want to do the original though. I think the
Okay.
original would be dope. We got to make that happen.
All right. Do we want
so-
to talk about the rules?
Yes, rules.
All right. So again,
out.
rules are
It's not their rules.
the candies are not the full size bars. They are the Halloween sized smaller candies. So let's just talk about that first.
Yeah,
of all.
you can't just say I want the big Snickers, and then somebody goes, I got the little Snickers.
Right. So
Good
we're
point.
gonna do draft order. I've got a different number generator. This one does it all at once. Matt is going to be you're going to be represented by the number 1. Mooney, you're
Boom.
represented by the number 2, and I am represented by the number 3.
On your way to number 1, don't step in number 2.
So when I click this calculate button down here at the bottom, it's going to tell us the answer. The answer is going to show 3 numbers in an order. If it's
I'm already lost.
just, I'm going to go ahead and do it now.
Just tell me when I
so
go.
calculate.
That's
Oh, great.
And
That's
the answer is
fail.
1, 2, 3. So
They put no work
so
into
it
that.
literally generated in normal order. So
Can you? I'm fine with it as long as you try it again and
Yeah, if
and
you
it's a
get
different
different,
answer.
if you
Okay,
get a
sure.
different, just out of curiosity, because I think you got
2, 1, 3.
Oh,
So
okay.
so
Okay,
it
good.
was
Okay.
legitimately 1, 2, 3. So Matt goes first.
it mailed in the first go.
yeah, I don't know if it actually
It-
works
it
the first
did.
go
It-
around.
You know,
I think
so
it's just a test.
If you go to last week, your boy got the worst number.
Yeah,
so
okay.
All right. So again, we're going to go in snake order.
choices.
So Matt goes first, Mooney goes second, I'll go third, and then I get the pick after, and we go in the reverse order.
Yep.
So
for the number 1 pick of the fantasy candy draft, Matt is going to officially take the greatest candy bar that's ever existed, the Snickers bar.
You can have it.
Yeah,
I'm
you can
fine
have
with
it.
that.
I don't.
Yes.
Yep.
Snickers is literally like the greatest candy bar ever.
Not my
Sleeping
favorite.
on it.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. You can have it.
Okay. I'm just saying that's the all-American greatest.
I mean, they're delicious, and they come in all sorts of different sizes.
Like Snickers
Wait,
almonds.
you're talking about the
I gotta
regular?
go the original because like Snickers almonds is my favorite. But I mean like the regular is
Snickers
just,
almonds is dumb, but
No.
either way, are you talking? Okay, just to be clear, I know you own Snickers in every variation,
yes.
but which one are you technically picking? The mini bar or the little like bite-sized Snickers?
You can. It's the snack size one. It's the one
Snack
you know
size
because
one.
you know how you buy them and
It's a
they
2-bite
come
one.
in two. There a lot of times you get those giant bars, but it's actually two little. It's one half of the little.
Right, so you're you're a 2-biter.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's a one biter. I don't know who's two biting.
Really? You pop the whole thing down?
Yeah, of course you have to.
No, I bite a little bit and then I.
Brian, help me out here, sir.
That one is probably 2 bites for me.
Yeah.
Oh, just call me fat. Okay.
It's not that. It's just
Don't think I have. You just.
it's
go
hard
crawl.
to eat the whole thing. You're like, womp, womp,
Listen,
womp.
my mouth muscles just must be like on point.
All right. This is going to come as no surprise to anyone who watches the show or has listened to the show because we have argued over what to say first. They settled it like once and for all by removing it. But I will say both versions, either the mini Crunch Bar or the mini Nestle Crunch Bar.
I am so happy you said that because you just wasted an opportunity.
What are you talking about? I love.
I'm not saying it.
And I picked before you going back, so I'm not worried.
I'm not saying it, but I'm saying if you don't make it in your next pick, I'm stealing it. And
You won't. You won't get it.
You're going to be irritated.
No, you won't get it. It's the best
Okay.
ever. Oh, it's better than I know you're going to
So
pick.
I got to say, of the first 2 picks, I would go for the Crunch Bar first. Crunch Bar is solid. I'm gonna.
And I'm talking the one that comes in the bag.
Yeah, I know.
Bunch of them, and it's like it's a little indentation. Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
That's a 1-biter for me.
Don't get me wrong. I love a Crunch Bar. I was shocked that I expected Mooney to give another answer.
I know what you're going with,
So,
and I'm not picking it number 2. You're going to get
My
it.
number 1 pick is a Twix. Love Twix.
I can't argue.
By the way, you could have waited.
He could have waited. He could have waited.
You would have got it on the third. You would have got it.
Remember, I
third
get
round.
2 picks.
I think third
So
round.
my
Yeah, you would've got that
third pick or my second pick is M&Ms.
That's it.
That's it.
Damn it!
That's
I didn't
it.
think it was gonna go.
Of course it's gonna
That's it.
go.
No, that's what I was telling. That's what I was talking to you. I was like, dude.
Oh, damn.
I was
Wait,
like,
by
dude,
the
your
way, he
favorite-
just said he would have picked Crunch Bar. I was damned either way.
I know because that's why I'm sitting there going.
You gotta be kidding, Brian. You don't love
I love
those.
M&Ms. What do you mean I don't love M&Ms? I love M&Ms.
M&Ms are
Everybody
your
loves
favorite
M&Ms.
candy. M&M's is your favorite candy. That's why I'm like, why didn't you pick
Oh,
that?
dude, he's totally thieving it.
Everybody loves M&Ms. Well, how can you say
We
I
all
don't love
thought it.
M&Ms?
No way, he is thieving it big
Oh,
time.
that's wrong.
He went with Twix first, then M&Ms.
And I would have and I would have said it. M&M's is going to be my
I
next
got 2
because
picks.
I knew
I could put it in whatever order I wanted.
you know you weren't going to pick it on your second.
I was.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking.
I was talking about M&M's.
Watch what I'm going to pick, and this is what I thought you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Coming up, this is what I thought you were talking about
Okay.
because I'm going Halloween candy, right?
Yeah.
Halloween candy.
But all the majors are still in the
I want to
in the
put
running.
this out there for the listening world. I love M&Ms above Crunch Bar, but since this was a Halloween,
You get the little packages
Little
of
M&M
M&Ms.
packs all the
I
time.
hate the little M&M pack. That's the thing.
Why?
Because I like the whole big share size M&M bag. I could eat about 50 of those little M&M bags.
And I do.
They
each
don't
year.
give me the satisfaction. Whereas the little Crunch Bar, I get satisfaction.
All you got to do is rip them up and pour them in a bowl. Rip them up. Just pour them all in a little bowl.
And I like them because I can have some M&Ms, I can have some Twix, and then I don't feel like
He's not wrong. I trust me.
I
do two of
did not
each.
think Brian was going to pick it.
I do
Brian
two
has
of
never talked about M&Ms in his life.
I would have done it.
Everybody
despite
loves
you.
M&Ms.
Even
It's
though I
like
love
literally one of the
M&Ms.
greatest candies ever.
Everybody does love M&Ms though. But see, But see, the thing
by
is,
the way,
I would go peanut M&Ms or almond M&Ms.
But he owns the whole M&M.
But he owns the whole category.
Okay. By the way, shenanigans. We're naming the show Shenanigans.
I said that
You
last
guys
week.
can't do this every time we do a draft just because I pick something.
Well,
you
what
wanted to pick.
I'm saying is, I was going to pick your M&Ms if you didn't say it just to spite you.
I didn't do it out of spite. I did it because I legitimately like M&Ms.
He did it out of
He's
spite.
subtly trying to get at you.
I know he did it as
It's
spite.
been very well known throughout the show.
I'm sorry. Mooney could have picked that if he wanted it. All right.
Well,
you
he
get
could
your,
have, but he
now
didn't.
you get your second
Very
pick.
rough
What's your
spot.
second pick?
I'm in a very rough spot here. I was going to pick it. I know it's going to go, and I'm going to lose it, and I'm going to be really pissed off, and my draft's going to suck, but I'm going to take a risk. Starburst, the little 2-pack Starburst.
Oh, you could have let those slide down.
Damn it.
You know I'm a lazy eater. I actually enjoy Starburst, but I hate Starburst and the fact that you have to peel the little things off. I can't.
I'm going to lose my.
That would not have survived.
It would
the
have
next
never
boss
hit
through
my.
you.
Oh,
I know it wouldn't have survived, Brian, but
it would have easily. You could have.
But I could have got it.
Mention.
I mean, but now I'm going to lose what I think I'm going to lose.
I don't know.
You don't know what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to lose it, and I'll be mad again. I'm going to call shenanigans the second time.
I could be wrong because there's so many options, and I do love me some candy in general. So you may not lose it.
I'm going to lose it.
But I'm the way I'm looking at this though is deserted island, meaning these are the only 5 candies I'm going to get for the rest of my being.
Right.
And only because I own the rights to all of the variations, I'm going to go Kit Kat.
Oh, solid. Good. That would have got on my list. You wouldn't have made it. You wouldn't have made it in another pass.
The mint Kit Kat,
Those are good,
things
though.
are insane.
No, they're not. They're disgusting.
No, they're
Those are good.
fantastic. But
No,
even
they're
the
not.
giant,
The original Kit Kat's the best.
the giant Kit Kats too are awesome.
Nope.
I would say that wasn't going to be either of my next 2 picks.
Oh, but I get another one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's one that's not going to be anybody's, but once again, I'm picking my 5 that I have to go through a desert island.
But you know what I love about the Kit Kat? I love the Halloween Kit Kat. The little one, it's just thick enough. It's like a quarter of the size of a Kit Kat.
Perfect.
I'm going to go Butterfingers.
Oh, yes. I get it. Sweet.
What?
I'm going to get my candy.
Oh, get it.
Why Butterfingers?
I love Butterfingers.
You love Butterfingers.
I've even made homemade Butterfingers at my house. Folks, 3 ingredients. You can actually YouTube how to do it. It's easiest thing in the world to do. Make homemade Butterfingers. They're just like the regular ones, but I love Butterfingers. I even love it
Who
when it
doesn't
gets
love butter? I mean,
when
I
it
don't
gets
really
caught
love
in my
Butterfingers,
teeth,
but
I still love it because you get to pick it out and go, no, there's still more.
here's the thing. I never pick up a Butterfinger at 7-Eleven in my life. I won't pick it up as my candy.
I get back before I was on my weight loss journey, every single time I was in a 7-Eleven, I'd grab the big Butterfinger and then another bar that may come up, may not. But yeah, I would get a Butterfinger every time.
Okay.
Nothing else tastes like a Butterfinger.
No one's stealing this from me. It's mine. 100-gram bar.
Oh, you got that.
Love it.
It wouldn't have come up in my next one. So I love them too. And that's the best thing about Halloween because you don't eat those outside of Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why that's why I call shenanigans with Brian, because he's never mentioned it in his life.
But you should look at a deserted island. You've got 5 left in your life.
Right, and that's why I'm going Halloween themed, but I'm not in other words, I'll ask you on my next go around if this counts because I would put another one in there too that I love, but we'll see.
Okay. Is it something it's not Halloween or only comes out
No,
Halloween?
it's oh shoot, I'm going to lose it. I swear to God.
Well,
I'm
let's see what Brian does.
I'm going to throat punch him.
All
Like
right.
he said.
So my next pick is Skittles.
That's one of my favorite all-time candies,
why
but I'm
didn't
okay.
you pick it? How did you not pick Skittles?
I'm okay with it because if you think about it, I'm sticking with the chocolates.
So here's the thing.
I
I love the little. It goes with the M&Ms, and because it's the little snack packs.
You don't do the suicide thing, do you?
I'll eat a pack of Skittles, and then I'll eat a pack of M&Ms.
But not together. Like if somebody did that at our work,
I do that like not with Skittles. I'll eat M&Ms with jelly beans at Easter time.
By the way, I didn't want to. You know what? I am furious right now.
Who does
because
that?
all week, all Brian talked about was a certain candy, and he hasn't even mentioned
Guess what I'm picking now? Candy corn.
I love candy corn.
Because that's
candy corn, solid. And by the way, folks, that's how you make homemade Butterfingers. Get some candy corn, stick it in the microwave, and then add some peanut butter to the candy corn, the melted concoction, and then dip that whatever format you want into dippable chocolate, and you now have Butterfingers. That's
okay,
all
we
it
might
is.
need more rounds. I agree. I didn't even think we would go this far. All right. So I don't know. I'm going to let you make the call because I don't care about the candy outside of what I'm going to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Outside, I don't need to own the whole universe. Mm-hmm. I only want to own the particular.
Who hates the fact that you own more than what you want?
I don't. But what I'm saying,
it doesn't matter. Just pick what you want.
I'm going to pick Reese's. I'm going to pick Reese's Pieces. But okay. I don't want to own the whole Reese's universe because I don't care about peanut butter cups.
Oh, that's a valid point. So, because for instance, I was thinking like if I own McDonald's, I'm never going to eat a fillet of fish, but I still own it. That's why I was giving you that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm okay with giving up the cups.
Pieces are way different than the cup.
I agree. I would argue that the cups are completely a different candy.
Awesome. Okay, good. I think we're all on the same page. The cups are still on the table.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, Brian. You might want to just write Reese's Cups under my
PB cups. Let's be.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And then I get another pick.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I didn't want to be selfish and own the whole universe.
I appreciate that. You're a giver.
Because I only eat I love the Reese's Pieces. Okay. And by the way, I wouldn't have drafted him had whatever you call it, Benedict Arnold not gone. And
you were so angry.
And so I'm going to go with another one that is probably going to be unpopular, but once again...
You don't have anything... Everything you have is chocolate so far, dude.
And it's going to continue rolling because it's going to be unpopular, but once again, every time I'm at 7-Eleven, I'll get this candy bar and a Butterfinger, and it's a Baby Ruth.
You like those?
I love Baby Ruth.
What?
Those things are so good. I'm like sloth.
Literally
when it comes to
everything but Kit. The only thing on Matt's list so far that I like is Kit Kats.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, it's my island.
That's fine. It's all you. I was just pointing it out.
I got a strong list, sir.
Oh man. I can. You know what? I could take them, you know what? I think they'll be available later. So I'm gonna leave them in there. But I don't know if I can let this pass. I can't believe no one's drafted like the #1 candy bar of all time, and I'm not going to do it because I don't need it because I already have Crunch and 100 grand.
Well, we don't know what else is going to be drafted. There are a couple that I'm sitting on that I think they can just go lower in the draft.
Okay, I mean, this might have gone, and I really don't care because at this point I have a lot of different options. So Brian is probably going to get the two of the top 3 most popular candies of all time. Because he already got M&Ms, cheater. I'm going to take Tootsie Rolls.
That's an excellent one.
I love Tootsie Rolls. Are you going to take the Pops as well? Or?
No. Pops, I think we go to 8, and then Pops can be drafted separately if they need.
Right. So
I didn't think Tootsie Rolls would last.
I'm going to take this one, and it's probably not going to be popular with you guys, and you're probably not going to care that I'm taking it, but this is literally my favorite candy bar, and it's a Milky Way. I take them out of my kid's bag, and I put them right in the freezer, and then I eat them frozen.
The freezer are delicious.
I'm not going to argue.
I only have 2 freezable candies. Well, because 100 gram bars are very hard to freeze. They're very hard to eat frozen.
Milky Way, they're way too much caramel. Milky Way is an amazing choice. I can't argue.
It's a beautiful choice. But if he doesn't pick it here, like how do I pass it up? How do I pass up the number one candy? I mean, the most popular candy of all time.
I feel like you almost have to do it now because he's got another one. Yeah,
so I got another one, and
so
I'm not going to pick another candy bar.
Based on your previous situation, you might as well run with it.
You're probably going to get whatever you want, unless it's this. But
Boston baked beans.
No. I am going to pick Blow Pops.
Oh, that's a weak. You could have let that one go down the 8th round.
Yeah, I'm not taking that.
All right.
I mean, I don't know if it's the most popular Halloween candy, but it's one of the first candy bars ever invented. I'm going with the little Hershey bar, dude.
Oh, you can have it.
Now, here's a question. Do you own all of the Hershey bar?
No, I only own Hershey bar.
Okay.
Non-almond Hershey bar.
Okay.
That's the only one I own. If someone wants to pick the Hershey bar with almonds, they're entitled to it because I don't like almonds. I think almonds suck. So I'm talking just the regular mini Hershey bar.
Okay.
You can have them. I don't need them.
So could you say, interesting, could you then say the crackle? If you like crunch and you
absolutely
didn't get the
you could
crunch,
say crackle.
It's a different candy.
I own the whole Hershey universe.
I'm gonna go with the crackle then.
Yeah,
that
you
gives
get
me
your
that gives me the crunch. And can I get another?
Absolutely.
And I get another pick.
That's a solid pick.
And I get another pick. So
because I can always go like the nut one in the Hershey family too, which is
the good Mr. Goodbar.
Mr. Goodbar.
Yeah. This is so great. Like I know it's not the same for you.
We maybe
guys.
even go to 10. I don't even know.
I'm gonna go in. It's the little brother or whatever to the Milky Way, but the Three Musketeer. I love me some nougat.
Ooh,
So,
Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers are solid.
If I knew about that, I may have picked it.
The whipped nougat is pretty damn great. It's only better with caramel, but Brian picked the Milky Way already. Are you cheating, sir? Are you using your...
Yeah, I gotta look. I don't know all these candies offhand.
Well, you're the worst fat guy I've ever seen in my life. Like, literally, how do you not know candies?
I don't... I know Matt is never going to touch this.
In office environments, people bring...
I know Matt's never going to touch it.
Okay.
But I don't know if Brian might.
Is it another Schmeckel?
Nerds. I'm going nerds.
I would have taken those later. And I was thinking about my order, and if we go more rounds, I would have eventually picked them. So I'm going to pick, for my next pick, I'm going to take Milk Duds. Love Milk Duds.
Milk Duds are solid.
When I go to the movies, I literally buy a box of Milk Duds and a small popcorn every time.
I'm not gonna lie. Outside of my list, looking at Brian's list, I'd be like, if that's all that was in my bag, okay.
So for my next one, and I don't know if you guys are gonna like this one or not, but I love them. I think they're like the best of like the chewy gummy candies that you get. The little bags of Swedish Fish.
Oh, Swedish Fish is the best. I'm not gonna lie. I love Swedish Fish.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that made me.
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot the fact that they're in Halloween bags.
Literally, that took Brian's bag from like an A to a C.
Nope, they're the best.
Another
we fight over those in my house. Like my kids will hide them from me.
Another fat thing about your boys, the 7-Eleven trip. Typically, there's the Butterfinger, Baby Ruth, and a bag of Swedish Fish on the way home from work. Not anymore, but
okay. I need a judgment call because they are. I don't even think you ever see them on Halloween, but they're my favorite candy of all time.
Everyone's.
I thought M&Ms was your favorite.
M&Ms. That was like
candy bar.
Oh, okay.
M&Ms
I should say favorite candy bar. After, you know what? I actually like it. Here's the thing. For mini bars, Crunch is my favorite regular bar. And I would take it above M&Ms, obviously, because I did. Because I don't like the little packs. But whatchamacallit? I love whatchamacallit.
It's a solid pick. And whatchamacallit... But
does it count?
Because that's in Halloween candy. I've totally had Halloween whatchamacallits.
They are? I've never seen...
100%, yes.
Okay, all right.
And that's where I always forget forget about them. It's the most forgettable candy bar, but I love them every time I eat them.
I love them.
No, I every time I see one, I'm like, I gotta eat it. But I always forget about it. It's literally the most forgettable candy.
Yeah, I don't even know if I spelled it right, but
no, I think you got it right. I think you nailed it.
Okay, so I think I've got my chocolate fix covered.
You have everything you picked is chocolate.
So I'm going to, only because it's a deserted island and I'm going to want some variation. And this is a Halloween because I don't eat these things outside of Halloween. And it's only specifically for the banana, but I'm going to go with runts.
Oh, runts are good. But I don't like the banana.
Banana runts are the like.
I already had nerds. I could have got it later.
If they had straight banana runts, I would just eat them. Solely.
See, I like all the runts but the banana. Like
Thank you, Brian. I'm with you.
I was going to Brian, give me your banana.
Dude, I throw away the banana.
Me too.
Run.
Like I won't eat them.
Oh, dude, banana runts are the best. Save your banana runts for me.
I literally get rid of them every time.
Yeah.
I don't like banana.
Something about the flavor, that fake banana flavor, I just don't like.
I love anything banana flavored.
Interesting. Well,
you're keeping you keep adding categories.
Well, I think we're going more, right? Because I just 1, 2.
We'll go to 10. We're at 8, so we'll go to 10 and stop.
Fair enough. Okay.
Does anyone? I'm just putting it out there because I'm never going to draft it. Does anyone eat Twizzlers? Twizzlers suck.
I like Twizzlers, but I don't like Halloween Twizzlers because they're too small. Twizzlers, you need to get like a handful of them and just chomp them at a movie
I like 1 or 2. Like I'll get a package of Twizzlers and I'll eat 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And then I'm like, why did I buy this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So it's my pick?
Yes.
No, yes. Your pick.
Because I did the run and snaking back. Okay, so I'm not sure if I need some more chocolate in my life. Thinking I might. And so I'm going to, because it's still available, and it is another one of my favorites because I do love almonds. Hershey's almond bar.
Is it the almond bar or almond joy?
It's Hershey almond. Oh, actually. Can you go back because you just said it? Almond Joys. Boom.
Oh, solid save.
Brian totally reminded me. I'll crush, like literally for Halloween when my wife gets the bags, she stopped buying Almond Joys because your boy ate the whole bag multiple times. So Almond Joys, I can't turn those suckers down. Mounds too, but Almond Joys are the best.
My wife.
No, the kid, like I'm telling you, she stopped buying them because like one year she was like, "Where's the Almond Joys that I bought?" I'm like, "I don't know." And then she bought another one. I'm like, "Where are they again?" I don't know. I think the boy's eating them, and she knows he don't like them. Nobody likes them but me though.
What if they made like Almond Joy ice cream?
They probably do. I bet they do.
Awesome. They probably do.
My daughters get the Reese's peanut butter ice cream.
Almond Joy is just so beautiful.
All right.
It's almost like a Samoa in a weird sort of way. Samoas are solid.
Yeah, there's Breyer's Almond Joy ice cream.
By the way, we can only do like 3 rounds, but like drafting Girl Scout cookies would be awesome.
Dude, whoever gets Samoas wins. There's no other like Thin Mints is number 2.
I like the new lemon cookies they have.
No,
they're good.
And this is why I waited. Like, and I really.
So why don't you make your pick, Mooney?
Why would you order the lemon cookies?
No, I get them all. I get the Samoas. I get the Thin Mints. I get everything.
You don't get the plain ones, do you?
The truffle oils, I like those too. I like all of them.
Plain ones, like literally just a plain butter cookie.
It's like a sugar. It's like a sugar cookie or whatever. Not.
Okay. I'm just saying the Girl Scouts should be like, look, we only sell Samoas.
I will buy every. When the Girl Scouts come along, I'm literally like one of everything.
Okay.
You know what? Okay. I'm only going to pick these because if I'm on a deserted island, I'm assuming it's going to be hot. Maybe some of the chocolate's going to melt a little bit. And I can melt it in a little dish or something.
Perfect scenarios, but okay.
And I'm going to take gummy bears. And I'm going to take the gummy bears and dip them in chocolate because chocolate covered gummy bears are delightful.
By the way, there's nothing wrong with gummy bears alone, standalone.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good pick right there.
Haribo.
By
the way,
chocolate covered gummy bears.
Right.
You get like Any place?
Have you ever read the Amazon reviews for the Haribo dietetic, the sugar-free gummy bears?
No.
You absolutely need to, folks.
Okay. Well,
after this show, go to Amazon.
Well, after the thing, Brian can show it.
Oh, it's the most amazing thing ever.
Okay.
I
It's
have
so
a feeling
good.
it's going to talk about
the
subject
Brian's
Mooney doesn't like to talk
not-
about.
Close it
yeah,
out.
it's a lot of stuff you don't like to talk about.
So I have these are my last 2 picks, so I got to be really careful. I am going to go with Sweet Tarts.
Ooh.
No, you missed out.
And then
Nobody likes sweet tarts. Those are the last of the
I
barrel.
love Sweet Tarts.
At the end, but you don't get them out until everything is done. You admit it.
I'll
Nobody
make
goes.
like a bowl, like you said, and I'll have like M&M packages, Skittles packages, a Twix, a Milky Way. I'll have like
Work your way down to sweet tarts.
No, I like Sweet
goes,
Tarts.
Let me grab some sweet tarts up front.
The only thing my wife will eat are Smarties and Sweet Tarts.
Smarties are like fantastic compared to sweet tarts.
I prefer the Sweet Tarts.
I love Smarties.
Smarties
I like
are really
Smarties,
good.
but
Yeah.
I don't think there's got to be something else that I really need to think about this because it is my last pick. I know. Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh, I had
You
them.
can have those though.
I was tossing between gummy bears.
Well,
and
see,
Sour
Matt,
Patch
you
Kids.
like all chocolate, so I understand why you wouldn't like those.
I do like Sour Patch Kids, but I can only do them in a small
Right,
quantity.
you
which
get the
is
little
why I'm
package.
fat.
And I'll eat like one of those with a package of Swedish fish.
Yeah,
Because then you get the sweet chewy, and then you get the sour chewy.
I like them, but I only take like 1 or 2 of them, and then I'm done. Whereas like Swedish fish, I'll eat a whole 5-gallon bag. Yeah, 5-pound bag, whatever it is.
All right. My last one, only because I want to get something, a second peanutty thing in there with actual like peanut pieces. I'm going Mr. Goodbar.
There you go.
I did because I like, I'm missing out on the. I actually like Mr. Goodbar above Hershey with almonds, so I'm going Mr. Goodbar.
Okay, this last one I've been sitting on because I'll be honest with you, I am probably the only person in the world that actually likes these things, but I have all my chocolate covered, and then I have my, just the normal candy, but I love my, never mind, I just switched out. I was gonna go with something different. Last minute audible because nobody pulled it. Mike and Ike's.
Mike and Ike's.
Yeah, they're okay.
I love Mike and Ike.
Mike and Ike's.
I was gonna do Good and Plenty's because I like the black licorice, and I was saying nobody eats Good and Plenty's other than me. But Mike and Ike's, I do crush some Mike and Ike's, and those are Halloween. You get those all the time. I love them.
Mike and Ike's.
I love Mike and Ike's.
Really?
Because I don't have a Chewy. If you think about it, I don't have like you guys got the gummy bears and
you don't have a Chewy.
I don't have a Chewy, so like
You
Mike
waited
and Ike's.
way long on the
Yeah,
Chewies.
but think about it. Look, I get a Chewy, I get all my chocolate, and I get a little hard candy too. So I'm
going to be honest. Your bag sucks. Other than Kit Kat,
I
bag-
was just looking at like the only ones I'd want in my bag were Kit Kats and Runts.
Yeah, and by the way, you get like 80% of the runs you keep, 20% you throw away. Because the banana
Right,
runs,
and that's why I didn't pick them.
I would eat the banana ones first, but no. But the thing is, this is all our deserted island.
No, I
so
get
like
it.
me, I'm perfectly like
I love my
perfect,
bag,
I have a
but I'd
perfect
go
bag.
with Brian's bag next. I wouldn't, your bag, I would be like, God, I wouldn't. Almond Joys, I don't even.
If I got Matt's
Mike,
bag, I would be upset.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks.
Like
I would. Like I don't. I mean,
No,
Snickers and Kit Kat are good. Peanut butter cups are
like
solid.
maybe like
what do I say?
Crunch Bars, great. Starburst, awesome. Tootsie Rolls, Nerds.
My first five
and
picks are
gummy bears. Like those, I would absolutely love to have in my bag.
What is my most famous saying on this show?
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Wants what the heart wants. So.
All right. Oh, okay. So you're saying I wouldn't. Okay. All right. There you go, folks. If everyone can see it, those are our Halloween candy draft picks.
Comment in the video and tell us whose bag you think is the best.
And
Yes.
I will be honest with you. I would eat all of your bags and be very happy. Unlike you jerks. No, I'm just kidding. I would, like literally, maybe it's just me being fat, but like everything on this list.
If there was a mystery box of candy and I got yours, I'd be like, damn.
There is nothing in here that I don't
And I'd have to give about 40% away to you.
I know, and I would be like, thank you.
I'm sorry, Matt. It's just stuff I'd never eat.
Hey, it is what it is. But like I said, out of all of this, the only one that I would still eat them. Oh, I forgot Whoppers too.
I hate Whoppers. You can have them.
You don't like Whoppers either?
They're like chalky pieces of.
I even like the stale ones. Like the stale Whoppers are like my favorite.
Because almost. I already have. Listen to this. Because I already have Crunch. There literally is only one candy I would have drafted that you drafted. Kit Kat. It's the only one. That's the only. I would have drafted it above Mr. Goodbar. I would have all other candies you picked. I would have never picked ever. Okay, hey. You could give me 20 rounds and I wouldn't pick them.
The heart wants what the heart wants, folks. So yeah, let us know in the comments whose bag you think is the best, and if we left something out, please let us know what you would put in your bag.
There you go. Good idea. Like Whoppers, but Matt still gets Whoppers because no one.
I love Whoppers. The only thing about Whoppers is I end up forgetting about, just like whatchamacallits, and then I go and get one of those big milk carton things of Whoppers.
And
I eat the whole thing, and then I get sick. So then I'm like, I'm done. So it's like once every couple years I do that, and then I realize I'm like, no, I'm done. But I love malted milk balls. But anyway.
Okay, so the review on the Amazon, that wouldn't be good, right? I wouldn't.
Let me just highlight it because we're running late on the show and we got some big stuff to talk about too. So basically, if you go to the Haribo dietetic or sugar-free gummy bears on Amazon, if you read the reviews, they're hilarious because people were going out of their way to like, I think they were, the whole thing with the 3 Wolf shirts.
Oh, yeah.
So this particular one is people that are just telling their stories, and it's basically how they're describing how quickly they left their body is so funny. Like you could just, if you like the 3 Wolf shirt comments, do the same thing with the gummy bears. It's hilarious.
Awesome.
I spent a whole weekend with my wife one time just reading these things, and they just got better and better. But it's specifically the dietetic or the sugar-free ones, I think, that are the ones that people enjoy.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
But anyways, okay, folks. So if you've held in here long enough waiting for the important show news,
yes,
now is the time to put your ears up to the speaker or pay attention to the screen. So, as you guys who are the long time,
make sure that Space Coast, if you're in your Tesla right now, make sure it's on autopilot. So you're not driving.
Space Coast, put your Tesla on autopilot because this is big news. So, folks, if you guys have been, we've got some loyal folks. I think Space Coast is probably our most loyal listener out of all of the people.
Absolutely.
So
bar none.
100% kudos to Space Coast for that. But there's other people that have chimed in, once in a blue moon, but listen currently every single week. You guys have known that we have been, I'd say in the last 6 months or so, been trying different things out just to see what works and what doesn't work. We've been doing a big push on YouTube and stuff like that. But we also understand that the world around us has also changed as far as like, the time frame of our show. Like when we first started our show, it was a half hour long, and then people wanted more because they were driving into work, and so then we ended up doing.
Then the landscape of the world changed.
Yeah, at some point we were doing 2.5 hour shows. Then we scaled it back. Then we brought it. So we've been trying a lot of different things to see what'll work and what doesn't work, and we've had a lot of good times and a lot of fun, but in the last 6 months or so, we've really gotten to a point where I think we've tried to tweak it almost too much to where we lost focus of what the show originally intended to be and how it started. because we were chasing the, what's going to get us to like, or what's going to get us to click, or whatever. And almost kind of sacrificing what we started this show out on. And so
not worried about how many listeners we had, not worried about.
Yeah. Cause honestly, we didn't think anybody was going to listen to, we thought, when Mooney came over that day, we just thought, okay, let's just try this out and see what's up. I didn't think it was going to go
4 years ago.
Yeah. Over 4 years actually. And so, so what we did collectively realize is, instead, the show I think has kind of suffered in the past, couple weeks or months, and you guys, probably just didn't want to say it in comments.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
you guys
okay.
have been nice about it, but
and we appreciate that.
With us just trying so many different things, like I said, we lost focus, and so what we want to do is we actually want to put the show on hiatus. And so we're going to take a break, and we're going to, refocus and try to figure out what it is that we really want to do with the show, or where we can take the show. And so we can't tell you at this point what it'll look like. We can't
This
tell
isn't
you.
Goodbye.
Yeah, this isn't goodbye. Like, this is not this may be the end of Subfacts as you know it, but the three of us are still very much connected and still very much enjoy talking to each other. I think the one thing we did, coming up with this decision wasn't easy.
Like, these last two shows have been super fun. Like, we can't do a draft every week.
Yeah.
But I mean, as you can see, we had a lot of fun, and we enjoyed talking with each other, and, we enjoyed the experience. But we need to figure out, we need to go back and, like, turn the lights off and Aaron Rodgers style,
Yeah, we need to figure out, we basically need to figure out what it is and kind of get whatever it was back. And so
how Stella got her groove back.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to retool. But the main thing I really want to focus on is the fact that we're all still really good friends. It has nothing to do with, some inner
don't read anything.
Yeah, when people start thinking about that, they think of like inner turmoil and all this kind of stuff. We're actually,
Brian did hijack M&Ms, and he never liked them before.
He did.
That's not the reason.
Like in our text chain that we have for the show is probably still going to be more vibrant than ever. It's just that I don't think that we're putting a good product out for you guys necessarily.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so we don't want to just do that. So we're going to take some time off. We don't know when necessarily we're going to be back, but we will be back in some form or fashion. Back. And so this is not a goodbye. The same people are going to be back and just doing something different, or maybe it'll be like show number 1 or 2, but we'll figure that out, and you guys will definitely be the first to find out when we do. What I will say also is, just so you guys, and this is really just so you guys really don't read into that thing, a couple months ago I actually started another YouTube channel, and it had nothing to do with Brian or Mooney, as far as like, I don't want to work with them and all that. It was really just the fact that I was focusing on a lot of music stuff. And so we tried doing reactions on Subfacts, but reality is it doesn't fit. It never fit with what our show was. And so we were thinking, we were going to get all these views from the reactions, but it doesn't really translate or parlay into the show. And it's not fair to Brian and Mooney, who aren't as passionate about music as I am, to like drag them along in something that I was into, but they're not necessarily into. So for those reasons, I started a secondary channel, and it's called Matt's Mosh Pit. Check it out on YouTube. But reality is that is solely music focused, and it's not just specifically one genre of music. It's just kind of me checking out different music that I've never heard of before, and people giving suggestions and reacting. There's concerts and all kinds of stuff. So it's solely music based. So it's not Subfacts. If you're looking for Subfacts, it's unfortunately not going to be there. But I'm only bringing this up because I don't want people to stumble upon it and see it and go, "Oh, the real reason."
Yeah,
is
that's the
they
real.
don't.
Yeah, no,
the
no.
real reason
We
is,
all know about it.
Yeah, I purposely have not brought it up on the show in the past because, quite frankly, it wasn't necessary and it wasn't relevant. But yeah, I didn't do any of it without Brian's blessing or Mooney's blessing. I 100% will not do Subfacts without them, but I also wanted to make sure that they understood where I was as well. So, that's all. We're all copacetic on that. So yeah, that's kind of the news, in the fact that, the show is going to go on hiatus. It will be back in some form or fashion. We'll let you know. It probably will not be in a podcast form, where it probably most likely will end up in a YouTube
But you can always listen to YouTube in a car. I do it all the time.
Exactly.
I listen to Mr. Ballin, which is a podcast, all the time via YouTube.
Exactly. And that's really just, if you just read the tea leaves where the climate goes and that kind of stuff. So it most likely would be something like that, but we really don't know anything beyond that. But we just want to be upfront, and this is, why we're, going on hiatus. But the one thing also that we can't stress enough is how important you guys have been.
Thank you very much.
There's certain people in this that, honestly, we did shows specifically for Space Coast Bill. We did shows specifically for some of you guys who wrote in. And like I said, Space Coast Bill deserves some kind of an award if there was, because even when our shows were really not the best, he still listened through. He still listened through. He still wrote in.
I mean, Rob from Leesburg, the same. He's been there forever.
Rob from Leesburg. BK has been there. We'll definitely get to the, our plugs. Those folks have been extremely loyal throughout. We've had Smorgy. We've had different people throughout our time, and we really can't thank you enough. And the people who were afraid to write in,
it's huge. We loved having you. And again, we're gonna hopefully we'll keep you on the next go.
Yeah, absolutely. And so yeah, it's not the end of us by any stretch of the imagination. Where if anything, it's going to be bigger and better. And so it'll definitely be interesting, but we are all still 100% friends, and we're still planning on doing projects together. So it is not the end of us, folks.
Not the end.
Boom.
It's goodbye for now.
Yes. I don't see it. It's weird just saying hiatus, because it's like,
or see you later. It's going to be see you later, not goodbye. See you later.
Yeah. See you later, or see you sometime, or see you next time. I don't know how it goes, but anyway,
now you're making it weird.
I know. I don't want to make it weird. So yeah. So with that being said, I think we said our thank yous.
We put a bow on it, and again, thanks for everything, and we will see you next time. And for the last time in a couple of months, all music, all tech support for Subfacts is provided by our friend Andy at Creative Underground. He runs a state-of-the-art production studio in our hometown of Leesburg, Virginia. You can go to his website to find out more. He does video live stream events, youth sports, corporate events, weddings, concerts, pro karaoke, and more. Best audio and tech guy out there. Go to his website, www.creativeunderground.co,
not .com. And Big Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com. What can we say that we haven't said in the last 4.5 years? When you think of photos, you think of Big Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com. The guy does it all. Drone work. Actually, he just got, I think, some kind of an award for a drone photo of,
as he should. He's a pimp.
Virginia Hokies.
He's a pimp, dude.
Football stadium. So really, just if you need drone work or anything that involves a camera, just
or a video, like a camera or a video recorder, call Ben.
Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com.
And I again, a loyal listener and huge supporter of the show. Can't thank him enough. Big Dog Auto Detailing. And folks, we're not going to get many warm weather days left. I mean, or mild days. So You really have to give him a call soon. You got to get your appointment on the books. You have to get your car or truck protected with a ceramic coat. It does wonders for the vehicle. It makes it look like new all winter long. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Call him now, 571-233-8716.
Big Dog Auto Detailing. And it's funny, it kind of made me laugh while you were talking because I was just, hyping up Space Coast Bill, but he's going to write in and go, 6 months, the show hasn't been good in 4 years. I'm thinking, yes, our mail will still be available. But that's all I can think of is I'm gonna miss the Space Coast Bill.
Write an email. Thank you.
Yes, I'm gonna miss the Space Coast Bill heckling basically, but he'll be the first to find out whatever the new venture is.
I will personally email him as soon as we figure out.
Yes,
or he can heckle me on Matt's Mosh Pit at YouTube. But anyway, I don't need to talk about us anymore because this is the final.
I was going to say, we don't need to talk about us.
Yeah, we don't. Because
we will talk about us when we, like I said, when we come back, we'll give everyone the heads up and.
So until then, folks, stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you at some point in the future.